Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, why do you have another ukulele? Yeah, I thought you already had one of those.
Welp, this is a baritone uke. The other one I have is a concert uke. They look similar, but they sound and are played in different ways.
I don't get it. I can see your old one is super colorful, but why would that make it sound different?
The sound doesn't come from the paint or the varnish. The sound comes from the strings and the body size.
Oh, I see it a little bit now. The new one...
The baritone.
Yeah, the baritone is bigger.
Yes, it is. And even though my concert uke has a different shape than my baritone, it's the size, not the shape, that makes the difference in the sound.
What was the other thing you said that made it different?
The strings.
Oh, yeah, the strings. How are the strings different on the two ukes? They look the same to me.
Well, they may look the same, but they make a different sound when I play them.
Oh, the baritone sounds lower than the concert.
That's right. Also, the baritone just goes from low to high. The concert uke has this funny thing called reentrant tuning, where the first string I played is higher than the next two.
Whoa! So it's like learning a whole new instrument, starting from the beginning?
Actually, that's one of the great things about ukuleles. While the strings are different, the chord shapes are all the same. They just have different names.
You lost me.
Okay, for example, this is the shape for the G chord on the concert uke. 3 fingers make a triangle shape on the first, second, and third strings. I can make that same chord on the baritone uke, but it's a different chord, the D chord. Let me show you another. For the D major chord on the concert uke, I squash 3 fingers together closely on the second, third, and fourth string. But then when I switch to the baritone for that same shape, that's the A chord.
Can they both play all the chords? All the major chords? And the minor chords?
Absolutely.
So why would you need both of them?
Well, let's go back to the strings. The baritone uke are lower than the concert. Either one played on their own is just fine, but when you play them together, you can have a whole ukulele ensemble with a rich sound.
Do it.
Okie doke. Thank you. You've been a great audience.
Is it hard to remember which chords for which ukulele?
Sometimes I get a little goofed up, but once I get going, I usually kind of sink into the mindset. Just like when I switch between soprano and alto recorder.
What now?
The same sort of fingering situation takes place when I switch between soprano and alto recorder. Both fingers are the same, but they have different note names.
Mind blown.
On the ukulele, though, I have a handy-dandy chart called the circle of fifths. Moving from baritone to concert, I go clockwise on the circle. So if it's C on the baritone, it's G on the concert. Moving from concert to baritone, I go counterclockwise. So if it's F on the concert, it's B flat on the baritone. In fact, I have a special circle of fifths with all the chord charts for the concert uke. You can just adapt for the baritone.
So I know you actually have 3 different kinds of recorders.
That's right, soprano, alto, and tenor. There are 2 more kinds of recorder that I don't have, sopranino and bass. But the nice thing is, once I know soprano recorder fingerings, I also know tenor. Once I know alto recorder fingerings, I also know sopranino and bass.
Are there more ukuleles than just concert and baritone?
Absolutely, there's soprano and tenor, and both of those use the same chord charts as the concert ukulele. Then there's also the baritone, which we talked about. It doesn't have a partner that uses the same fingerings. Lastly, there are U-basses, a ukulele bass, and it has the same string setup as an electric or upright bass.
I think I've reached my threshold for ukulele knowledge today.
You've learned a lot today. So for now, a haiku. Same chords, just new names. Circle of fifths to help with my baritone uke.
Thank you, mommy, and I do, for Robin's new baritone ukulele. When did you get here? I